What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be doing a kind of review on something that I bought recently, and I'm going to be testing it out a little bit and putting it through its tracks and tell you the reason why I'm not really satisfied with the product. Now, if this product was bought at a different time, then yes, I would have been satisfied with it. But at this point in time, really, it didn't do a lot. And honestly, yes, I'm kind of upset with it, but it kind of makes sense, and I'll explain why in a minute as I pull all this stuff out. Well, what was that thing that I purchased? Well, as some of you might know, on my old channel, I purchased a vacuum muffler for the exhaust because the exhaust was pretty loud on it, but still wasn't cutting it. So then, a couple weeks ago, I bought that. This is a high-frequency muffler for the exhaust vent on top of my vacuum cleaner. Now, I've actually taken this thing off the wall and cleaned it, and it's actually on the wall now securely. Now, in this video, it might not look to it, but actually, if I stand right over here and I put it level to the wall, it's actually kind of crooked. Now, this is actually how it's actually on the bracket fully. The bracket was just installed crooked, and I can't get the bracket off because it's bolted into concrete, so it kind of is just like this forever. And with this running, it vibrates a lot. If I put my hand on this unit is vibrating a ton because there's probably something, this motor is probably really, really old. So, honestly, I really can't do anything about it, so it's just going to be like this until the motor completely dies, which is basically what's going to happen, is I'm just going to let it die all the way. So, that's the thing, but I'll still do a sound test for you guys. Now, this sound test consists of me standing here at the top of the stairs listening to the vacuum. Now, I'll give you the example now. Dang it, I forgot to turn that light off. I'll give you an example. Standing at the bottom of the stairs with this high-frequency muffler doesn't do very much. Now, up here, it kind of made a difference, but then after a while, once the vacuum runs for a bit, the motor gets hot and then it starts to vibrate a bit more, and then it feels like the use was kind of useless. But it still made a tiny difference. It's very hard to tell. Probably catching it on camera won't help very much. I need more slack. Probably catching it on camera won't do very much, so I'll try my best to hopefully give you guys an idea what it's supposed to sound like. So let's plug this in real quick. I need 2 hands for this. Alright, so I have the hose set out here. I have it plugged into the hallway inlet, which is the one that I usually use downstairs. Pull the hose, and then now I'm gonna make sure this is set correctly and turn it on. I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna turn it on. I recently cleaned it, so it has quite a bit of suction. Can't hear the motor at all. So I'm standing right here. Now I can start hearing the motor about here. And you can hear the motor from here. Now, it isn't as bad now, but I'm going to start vacuuming the house, and by the end, the motor is going to get a little bit louder. I'll get back to you. So here's a sound test of me not talking. Now that you have a baseline, let's go vacuum the entire house mostly, and then get stuff done. Also, I'll do a montage because of it. So while I'm setting this up, I'll tell you a good story. So, roughly, I think 6 months ago, my dad had hernia, and what that is basically something in his hip was out of line, and he tore something and he had to get surgery on it, blah, blah, blah. So when he was healing, he couldn't lift heavy things. Well, since this hose is light enough to lift, he actually used this vacuum that I'm trying to get to the laundry room so I can run that test again. And he used this vacuum the entire time he had his hernia. So that's pretty cool that he used it for its function of it being a light hose. Make sure still good. So now I should probably actually turn it on. We'll test the sound and see how loud it is now after it's done a entire vacuum of the house. I don't know if you hear it. If I lift the hose up, air leaks. Unless it actually isn't a very tight seal. That's better. Here's Cat. It actually is quieter. Oh, that motor does not sound very good. Hold on, let me go downstairs real quick. You can't hear it as much here, but upstairs I can hear 2 different pitches. Now, there's not 2 different motors in this thing, but I heard the vacuum, and I think the other noise I'm hearing is the bearing going bad. I don't know how much longer this vacuum is going to last for. That's a very odd sound. It is not supposed to sound like. It's not even supposed to be this loud. So obviously something is going bad in this thing. The motor is actually not even spinning as fast as it normally does. So I don't know how much longer this vacuum is going to last for. Again, I'm not going to replace it until it completely dies. And once it dies, I'm going to be off to college and my parents are not even going to use this thing anymore. But what can I do? Really nothing. So, I mean, this new high-frequency muffler did help a little bit. I can say that. But it just didn't do very much. You can still hear the motor from the living room. So, it solved part of the issue. It's not as loud. But let me get you a good listen. If you have high-quality headphones listening to that clip, you should be able to hear that weird sound to it. That's not good. That means the motor's on its way out. I don't know how much longer it's going to last for. I'm not going to do anything about it. That vacuum is 20 years old. Yeah, so that's basically it. I'd like to thank you for watching. The high-frequency muffler is definitely a help. And that exhaust muffler is a huge help. That makes it a lot quieter in the basement. But yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share this with your friends and family. And until next time, peace. High five.